decade in, man, I've seen a lot of growth from Geminis, the Rebirths,
Yeah.
the books, Divine Ones.
I'm tapping into a fun bag
Yeah.
right now. I always took music so serious because all of the music I grew up consuming felt so serious to me. You feel me? From Goody Mob, Outkast, Pop, everything felt so serious and real. It never seemed like, of course Pac loved the ladies, so when he made records like I Get Around, and it felt fun when you watch the video. You get to see his personality come out of shine, but everything else was pretty much serious. So I always approached the music in a real meticulous way, but I was always serious. I was like, man, I ain't here to play. I got a message for the folks, but now I just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done that damn near 10 years where I've delivered information. Yeah. And that's when I started to feel unfulfilled with the music because it's like I'm giving out information, and here the same information I'm giving out, an artist with a bigger platform and with bigger numbers saying the same thing, but he getting all the praise.
And the traction.
I'm not in it for the praise. I really want to, liberate the people with the message. All right, well, cool. Let me have fun. Because, I'm starting to feel like, man, it ain't that serious.
Yeah.
Give out the information. They take it, they don't, but have fun. Enjoy yourself. That way you won't burn out, and start to feel unfulfilled. And, how I started to feel.
I know that you really, I won't even say you're an activist. I just feel like you're in a lane where you voice your opinion and you educate people on social injustice.
Of course. I feel like, when you see it, you need to speak on it. It's almost like, I see somebody rob you. And I just turn the other cheek, like, whatever. Yeah. Like, nah, that was wrong. You feel what I'm saying? I got the platform to be able to speak on it. I got the people waiting on me to speak on certain things. Now, what I don't do is dive into popular culture that much. I dealt with injustice within the system myself several times. You feel what I'm saying? Amassed a crazy, crazy rap sheet at a young age. 11 misdemeanors, 2 felonies. I was wild. You feel what I'm saying? But as I got older and I started to understand what it was really about, and I got out of that world, I see my little brother jump into it, and he really got hit with the wham. They gave him 28 years. You feel what I'm saying? And that's where the whole free tune movement came from. But he was the first person in the state of North Carolina to win an appeal in 16 years on a murder. He out now. You know what I'm saying? He did 7, but he out. He was running around with us in New York when we was doing the whole, social, the whole soul food, vegan lunch, joint. He was with us running around. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a freeing experience for me because I carried that burden the whole 7 years. He was locked up. You know what I mean? That was in my music. Every time I drop, I don't care if I was doing a feature track.
It was in the music.
I was dropping free tune right before my verse came in.
Let's talk about soul food. Mm-hmm. Now I know you put out a project last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you still hungry.
Gotta be.
But what's the purpose and presence of soul food? Because I seen it spelled SOLE.
Because it's a movement. It's a movement. You know what I mean? That's why we chose to spell it like soul of a heel, soul, shoe. It's a movement. We always want to make everything a movement. What we do, I could have spelled it regular like soul. You know what I mean? But nah, man, this is a movement. We want people to know that. So that's why I spelled it that way. But soul food is just for the mind, body, and the spirit. You know what I mean? We trying to free you of all of the nonsense, reprogram mentally, spiritually, physically. And that's why I always put out that. I don't shy away from putting yoga on my Instagram. I don't shy away from shooting my AR-15 either on my Instagram. And I don't shy away from the food that I eat, showing people how to make sea moss. You feel what I'm saying? Speaking on social injustice or going to the gym or showing them how, displaying what I do with my kids. Because I feel like that's freeing, that's liberation all together. Yeah. I'm self-educating, I'm self-healing, I'm teaching. That's what the world is about. Heal, teach, love. That's soul food, you know what I mean?
And then I'm on my fitness now too, so I'm not trying to get right. Get my soul food
man. Yeah, 100%.
Get my trapezoids right.
There we go. There we go. Because I think, working out, it starts to play into the confidence. Yeah. You look how you feel how you look. You know what I mean?
Has health and fitness always been big for you?
In a sense. You know what I mean? I was athletic, but it was like I kind of got into it on my own.
You was balling?
I was playing basketball. I could never really stay on the team because of academia and then attitude. You know what I mean? I was that kid that always just had a terrible attitude. But watching my son flourish now, it's just like, man, that's my redemption. You know what I mean? To stay on him and make sure that his attitude is in check. But not having a father, I feel like always being reared by a woman when you get on these teams that's predominantly men. right? You can't. It's hard to be receptive to information because you always feel like they're reprimanding you. You never dealt with taking orders from a man, so now you feel like, why are you talking to me like that? That was me, you know what I mean? But my son having a father, he's used to. I'm on him, like, you know. So when he go talk to his coaches, it's not gonna be the same thing with me, you know what I mean? How it was. So
Click here for the full interview and don't forget to subscribe.